return and senior Bonifant coach. Congratulations on the victory today. If you would start us out with an opening comment.
Well, the first comment I have is I'm glad we're not playing Concord any more times this year. That was enough. Finished on a good note. And I think knowing them so well actually helped us defensively. I thought our guys did a pretty good job of taking Rob Reed out of the game, not just scoring-wise, but maybe just a little bit mentally too. And he's just a great player. I think that's key. He scored 90 points on us in 3 games. So we felt like first and foremost we need to take him out of the game, and I thought guys did. David did the ball. Bo Justin did some of that too, and a few other guys that took a turn on him too. But I thought that was key for us, and we shot the ball well. We just come off the game and played against them down at Charleston. We were 11 for 40-some. At the end of the game, I looked at halftime. We were, I think, 11 for 18 or 19. So that can curb up a lot of mistakes.
Questions?
Jim, that shows a lot of confidence to come out with a couple freshmen, switch them off to guard Reed, because there aren't too many people in this conference that can guard him.
I asked for volunteers. They volunteered first, so I took them. Seeger's hand was right behind him, and I said, no, we'll put you on somebody else. But no, they're both good defenders, and they're both pretty hard-nosed guys. And, I think they might have, kind of invaded his personal space a little bit sometimes. And, they did a nice job, and again, I thought that was one of the keys to our game that kind of spurred us on both ends of the floor.
David, can you talk about that? Two guys on the opposite ends of you have experience in this situation. This is your first go-around, and he comes to you and says, all right, your job is to shut down Rob Reed. What's going through your head?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. At first I was scared. I was like, okay, I'm new, okay. But then to know the team trusted in me and just that I could be in his bubble, like Coach said, and just chase him around like I was a dog. I was just chasing him around like I was a dog, and he made 5 shots. He made some tough shots, and just hope they didn't go in today, and they didn't.
Any of the players want to address this? Going and facing an opponent for the 4th time this season, what's the mentality going into a game like this?
I think it's like what Coach said. Like, I think it helped us just because we're so familiar with them. I'm looking here at the stat sheet. Aaron Miller's 2 for 11. He's their second leading scorer. I mean, that just shows like if Bo or David wasn't on him, then Mike was on him. I thought like we just knew what they did and what they liked to do, and we got a good scouting report on them all week from our coaches and coaching staff. And we executed well today.
I guess I'll segue that to Coach. You going up against the Virginia State team in the next round, and they tend to go. So we saw today 9, 10, 11 deep. That's what they've been doing pretty much the entire season. How do you prepare for an opponent like that, as far as personnel, maybe balance out the minutes a little bit more depending on the situation? Your thoughts on that?
I really didn't look past this game. I really didn't. And I knew if Fairmont wins, we know them pretty well. If Virginia State wins, which they did, then we're going to have to do a mad scramble 24-hour preparation. I did watch Virginia State a little bit when they played in their conference tournament. It was televised nationally. And I was impressed with them then. Every time I peeked through the door, they were just dunking the ball. So that is one thing. We need to keep them away from the rim, obviously. But we really are going to start preparing for Virginia State as soon as we leave this room. We'll get a tape on them and start looking at them personnel-wise. But honestly, this is tournament time. And sometimes in a tournament like this, next day, you have to be ready. And the disadvantage of playing the second game in a set like this is we're not going to be scouting the first game. We are too focused on beating Concord. Virginia State was able to sit there and watch us play. So they have a little edge there. But, right now, we know what we have to do. We won't change dramatically what we do. So all of our minor adjustments will be toward their personnel, what they like to do. So we're not going to try to completely reinvent the wheel for what West Liberty basketball is about. So we'll make our minor adjustments. We need to come out fresh tomorrow. I think we lose an hour's sleep tonight too, unfortunately.
I think we all do.
Yeah. You guys lose an hour also?
Well, we're not in Arizona, unfortunately. One of my best friends is, but no. Anyway, so you're senior on the squad. Not your first rodeo. Do you think having guys on this team who've been in the Elite Eight, been in the national title game. Do you think that experience will come in handy when you're going up against a team that hasn't been in a tournament since '88?
Yeah, a little bit. I still think that it's still just a basketball game. Yeah, it's big stages, win or go home, but we know that and they know that. So we just got to come ready to play everybody and play defense like we did today.
How are you feeling, Seeger? Obviously, you seem like you played pretty well despite maybe the issue up here on the face. So did you feel pretty good about the way you were able to kind of block that out, I guess?
Yeah, I felt good. I went to the doctor Monday and he put my nose back in place, and ever since then, Coach had me wearing a mask in practice, but I couldn't shoot with it or anything. And the doctor told me I didn't have to wear one, so I'm good to go.
And that didn't affect. I mean, it didn't look like it affected the way you were, getting in the lane at times. Obviously, I know you like to shoot, but you can drive as well. Did it not affect you at all, really?
No, it's good.
Okay, good.
Devin, rare time you guys struggled last week shooting the basketball in Charleston. How big was it for you guys to see those first couple go down tonight?
I mean, it was extremely big. We knew that we wanted to get them back, especially for what they did to us down there. We knew that it was win or go home now, so we just had to take care of business.
Jim, down there didn't seem to be a lot of room on the floor. There seemed to be a lot more today. Was there anything differently offensively, maybe a little bit more crisp?
Well, the floors are the same, I know that. I don't know, I felt like our defensive pressure sometimes can open up the other team's defense just a little bit. And I thought we were struggling a little bit getting the looks we wanted, or getting the ball to the rim cleanly the first 4 minutes of the game. If you look back the first 3 or 4 minutes, tougher to get a shot. But, I thought defensive pressure that we put on, keep the offensive moving, and all of a sudden, that's when it looked like the floor opens up a little bit more. So all of a sudden, in the first half, David beats a guy to the right, and there's no help. And Bo Justice beats a guy on the other baseline, no help, the guy's attacking from behind. Those are the things that open up the court. But I don't think you get that type of openings until you wear a team down a little bit. And I thought we did that. And I thought there was a good team rotation where we kept maybe fresher bodies on the court today. And I thought it paid dividends late in the first half as far as us getting to the rim on them.
Quick question for David or Devin. I know what is it like? I mean, you're out there today, and it almost felt like you were playing at the ASRC instead of at your arch rival. How much does it mean having essentially almost a home court advantage going into tomorrow's game?
Well, I mean, we just knew playing here, it would feel like a home game just with all the fans that we knew that would come, and all of our family is always going to be here. And it did feel like a home game and a home atmosphere, and every time we score, you just hear the crowd yell, and it's a good feeling. It's a confidence builder.
Like David said, it is a confidence builder. Like he said, I mean, we had a lot of our fans there, and I mean, it is nice, but we have to take care of business on the court, because they can just yell and get us hyped up, but we have to take care of business on the court.
Anything else? Okay, thanks.